Record. Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday from Florida. I've been here 3 weeks today. 3 whole weeks. And I've been having some issues. I am behind in my emails and comments, responding to stuff. I have moving issues and other issues and glasses issues and internet issues, and I am trying to catch up with everything, and it doesn't seem to be working at the moment, but hopefully eventually I will get there and get caught up and get going with stuff. I tried to do a video for this book on Thursday, and I didn't know it at the time when I put it up there, but the sound is off, and I don't know what that is, and so I'm going to have to do some investigating to see how I can make videos with the sound synced correctly, so I'm not talking about one thing and showing something else, because that would drive me crazy, and I know it drives other people crazy too. So I'm trying to get that fixed. My computer, I still haven't gotten into the shop, so I'm still using the Mac, and it is dying, so I need to get my computer fixed, and maybe that's the issue, is I'm using Ustream to record videos, and I need to go back to my computer and do videos with that program that I have on there. But until I get it fixed, I don't think I can use it. So if it can go wrong, it kind of has gone wrong. So I am trying to. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. First time here. Great. I'm trying not to complain about all the stuff. So welcome. It's fun to see new people. It's really fun to see new people. So for those people watching the recording, I do put these live streams. I live stream on ustream.tv every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Mitz. And I do live stream. There are people in the chat that ask questions, and they chat along with me, and we have a lot of fun. So if you can make it to a live stream, it's fun to talk with the people here, and you can ask questions, and I will try to answer anything. But if you can't get to the live streams, I do put the recordings on YouTube, and a lot of people watch the recordings there. And the benefit of watching recordings on YouTube is you can fast forward through all the talking and all that nonsense, and you can get right to the project and not have to listen to all the stuff that you don't want to. So it works for everyone. And of course the recordings are up there for forever, I guess, until I take them down, so you can watch them anytime you have a minute that you want to watch something. So I've been working on this for, I guess this is the second week, because I started this last week, and I called it, at first I called it the Sketchbook Project, because my main thinking was this is a book for your eyes only. It's like a sketchbook. You can work out ideas, you can put notes in there. You don't have to worry about anybody else seeing it. It's just for your purposes only. A lot of people got hung up on the sketchbook part of it because a lot of people don't sketch, they don't draw, and that was very intimidating. So I said, well, a lot of people came up with their own ideas, and a lot of people do this kind of thing. A lot of people have their own names. A catch-all was something that I was calling it for a little bit. A clip book where they clip things out and put it in. An idea book. There was a mishmash book. All kinds of different names. There were so many different names, I can't remember all of them. But it's the same purpose. It's the same thing. I think I'm going to start calling this the Anything Goes book. Anything goes. There are no rules. It is a book for you to do investigations, experiments, place ideas, give yourself notes, just to play in and not worry about if it looks good or not look good. Let's get the focus here, people, computer. Let's get the focus. It is a book just for working out stuff to give yourself some inspiration. Come on, thank you. And it's just a fun place if you've got a couple minutes just to do a little bit of something. It's a place just to do something and not worry about how it's going to turn out. That's the main thing. It's for everything. There are no rules. You could do anything in here. You can use anything in here. You can play with anything in here. And you don't have to share it with anybody. So all the pressure of trying to make everything pretty is gone. It's gone. Don't have to worry about it. This is for yourself. You don't have to share it. So it can be ugly. You can make mud. You can scribble and spell words wrong, and no one is going to say anything to you. So that's what I'm calling it. Anything Goes book. It's the Anything Goes book. It's a place for me to just to play and to relax with all my little issues going on. So I did a video on Thursday, so there's a video up, and I did the idea balloon thingy. I love this little thing. It's the ideas, things that you want to try, kind of mascot. It's my mascot. So he's going to go right there in the cover. I'm using a composition book. You can use anything. Anything goes. An altered book, a notebook, a sketchbook. You can use signatures that you sew together with different kinds of paper. You can use flat pieces of paper and put them in the page protectors to keep them all together. So anything goes, and the list so far has been really basic, and I'll go through it really fast. The list so far is glue in magazine images, glue in some book pages, and I've done a lot of that kind of stuff. Try scribble writing. It's the scribble writing that I showed. It's in the video, so I'm not going to go through it again. Play with your spirograph. Do some sgraffito. Get those color crayons out. We all have color crayons. We need to get our stuff out and start using our stuff. And that's kind of what this is for me. I've got so much stuff I never use. Some of it I don't really know how it works and how to get the best images and stuff out of the stuff. So I'm going to use this to play around with stuff that I'm not sure. Scrape in some color. It could be watercolor. It could be acrylics. Ink smoosh. We like ink smooshing. Stamping with watercolor. Scribble doodles. Make a circle tree. I did a circle tree. I love my circle tree. And I actually did another circle tree as I had so many circles left over. I did a circle tree in this one because I liked the circle tree. I don't know if I like this one as much as I like this one. I don't know what is about this one that I'm not quite, I don't know, but I made another one. I had fun doing it, so that's all that counts. Do the circle tree. Find a technique to try, and that is what kind of the circle tree was all about. I came across this in a magazine, and I wanted to give it a try. I liked how the squares made up the leaves of the tree, and they put a trunk on that. I love that. So I went ahead and did my version of that idea, and I used circles. I punched circles out with my punches that I never use, and I made a tree that way. Let's see if we get it focused. No. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Hi, Miss Plum. Come on. All right. Down here. Yay! So this is my version of that idea, and I glued that in so I would know that that was my inspiration for this tree. This is a place that you can write yourself notes when you're doing something and you like the way something turned out. Write yourself a note. This is how I did this. This one would be a perfect thing. I scraped acrylic paint on here, and then I used pens and scribbled, and then I used watercolor and I stamped with the watercolor. Give yourself lists of things that you did in here so it reminds you of how you did something that you want to try again in a different place, like your art journal. This is the place to experiment and do the ugly stuff, and then if you like how it turns out, do it in the art journal. All right, where's my list? I got sidetracked. That was the find a technique to try, watercolor circles, and I guess I didn't do watercolor circles in here, so maybe I should do watercolor circles. I did them in the other book, I think. And then draw around stencils. You guys see me do it all the time. I do it all the time. I just draw. I use my pens and draw around inside the stencils and give myself some little, oh, here we are with this stupid, I guess I can't show details because it doesn't like that. It doesn't like it. This computer is a little slow, I think. All right, come on. There we go. There we go. So that's what this book is all about, is a place to put things that you want to try, put your lists of things that you want to try, the experiments of trying them out and seeing how they go before you do it in your art journal and you're not sure if you like your art journal. So it's turning out pretty cool. And I haven't done a whole lot in here. I've only worked on it about 3 hours so far. I did it on stream last week, and I did about an hour video. So this has only been about 3 hours of stuff. So I glued some stuff in. I said I was going to glue some other stuff in, and I kind of didn't. So we're going to go from here and just continue on. This is all stuff that's on the video. And I kind of did not work. Oh, this is the watercolor circles. I guess I did do them in here. I kind of wanted to show how fast or quick we could fill up a book just playing around from page to page to page. So I decided not to do anything with this book that's not on a video. So I'm hoping to get the video situation fixed up, and maybe I will get the video situation fixed up by doing work in here so that it's not a new technique that I'm trying to do a video on. And let's get the video thing all situated. I'm hoping to get the video thing up and running soon because I need to do the next video I want to do is sewing those signatures together inside a book, and I've got this ready to go, but I don't want to do it if my voice doesn't match what I'm doing on the video. That's going to not frustrate, it's going to frustrate me, and it's going to frustrate people watching it, so I'm going to try to get that fixed before I do that video. I was supposed to do that last week, and then I found out that my sound didn't go with my motions. So here I am with some new things to add to the list to try in the book. And Mrs. Plum is wondering how many projects people have in the works. Seems like Carla has a lot. Carla does have a lot. Carla has many more projects in the works than any normal person should have. And I do need to finish up some of those things. And I'm hoping to, I really am hoping to finish up some of those things soon. So, yes, I've got major projects that I am working on at the moment. I think I counted before I left Montgomery, and I still have all of those. I didn't finish any of those yet. That was 28, and these are major projects. I've got other ones that are kind of pushed to the side that I'm not really working on now, but have been started. I have 3 other projects that I have started since I've got here. I am trying to do some figure out some little workshops for a scrapbook store. I would like to start teaching some little things, and so I've been working on those samples and those projects as well. Not that I've gotten very far with all the other issues that I have going on, but anyway. So one of the other things that I wanted to do, and I might as well just do it here. Well, I should actually do it in the back. One of the issues of this book is the freeing play part of it. It's stress-free, it's relaxing. You do not have to finish a whole page. You can glue something down and then go to something else and do something else and come back to it, add something else, do a little bit of doodling, do a little bit of this, doing a little bit of whatever, and then going to a different page and putting some stamps on here, or doing some spirograph or whatever, and then going to another page. So you're not finishing up a whole page, and you're not judging yourself. I don't like that page. I don't like the way that's going. You know, that's eliminated a lot, and that is helping me to just enjoy the play and just enjoy doing a little bit of something. One of the things that I kind of wanted to add today, and I probably should, I might save that for next week. Oh, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm going to get, this book is going to be really fluffy. It's going to be the watercolors and the little bit of paint. These pages are so thin that they're going to buckle. No matter what I do to them, they are going to buckle. Sarah pleads the fifth on her projects in motion at the time. That's funny, Sarah. You plead the fifth. Maybe I should have pled the fifth too, because Miss Plum says 28. That's way too many. She'd be mental. I've got over 100 projects started at the moment. Yeah, I do. I have over 100 projects at the moment, but that's okay. I mean, that's, you know, it. I'm one of those people that I need to be in the mood to do a certain something, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I've been dreaming about this all night long. I know how to solve that problem, or I want to try this or something like that, so I'll start working on whatever it is I've been thinking about. So I never know what I'm going to work on when I wake up, when I have a chance to work. But anyway, so the first thing that I wanted to add was I put some tissue papers. I found some napkins too. Look, I found napkins at this Dollar Tree. I went investigating the area this weekend and found a Dollar Tree that not only was huge, this one was huge, but it was so neat and tidy. I had never seen in my life a Dollar Tree that everything was in its place. It was absolutely amazing. I'd never seen anything like it before, and the place was huge. So I don't know how they managed to keep everything in its place and on its hook and in perfect order. I don't know. I mean, there were people all over the place. I don't know, but it was absolutely amazing. But I found these 2 napkins there, and I loved them. I hadn't seen those before, so I'm gonna do something with napkins in here, but that's not first on my list. My first on my list for today is adding some tissue paper. So I just want to add a little bit of tissue paper, and I like this polka dot tissue paper. See, I want it a little bit bigger than that, so I guess I need, well, I want it a little bit smaller than that. And I think I've got some purple here too. Yeah, let's do some purple, some lavender. That's a nice little piece right there. So I'm getting my baskets all set up again with stuff in it. So I've got a little bit of, oh, here's some tissue paper that's got some stamping on it. I just used my rubber stamps, and I think it's a metallic pad, and just stamped on there. So that is kind of nice. And here's another one that I did that too. I kind of like that. Just a pattern on pattern. You don't always find a nice pattern with your tissue paper. Sometimes it's kind of, all you can find is plain. So if you stamp on them, you can have patterned tissue paper, and it's nice. I like it. So got some tissue paper here to play around with. So I am going to, tissue paper is so fine and fragile and thin when you get it wet, even with a little bit of glue, that I am going to put the glue on the page and then put the tissue paper on it. And then maybe it will be okay. You always get wrinkles with tissue paper. That's okay. I like a little bit of texture. So I'm just putting some tissue paper down. And I still have some glue over there. So to get rid of the sticky, I'm gonna try to do that. And I've got some right here. Do that. A little bit right there. Just so I don't have stickiness. Just so I don't have stickiness down. And I'm gonna put the edges down just a little bit. I like to add tissue paper. Did anyone see Shannon Green posted a video, and it was the only video I got to see. I am so behind in watching people's videos too. I've been dealing with just utter nonsense. So I'm way behind, but I don't want the Made in the USA here, so I'm tearing that off. Don't need the Made in the USA. All right. Shannon Green is doing a really cool book, a collage book, I guess. You can call it a collage book. And she's using dress patterns to, instead of gesso, to kind of unify the things that she's putting on there. And I thought tissue paper would work in that kind of that kind of oh, sorry, I got distracted with chat here. I'm missing stuff. Sorry. I got so involved in tearing stuff. All right, so to finish that thought anyway, Shannon is doing collages and she's doing stuff. She's putting dress patterns on the page to kind of unify the whole collage, and it's turning out absolutely wonderful, and I really like that. But you can, if you don't have dress patterns, tissue paper is kind of the same kind of thing. It's so thin that you can see stuff through it. If I put a little bit of this purple on here, you'd be able to see her face through the tissue, which is kind of cool. So just to put that out there. Anyway, so we've got some comments here that Miss Plum, she likes to copy her artwork onto tissue paper and then use the tissue paper in other things, which is a great idea. I have not done the printer with tissue paper yet. I do print out other stuff. I've heard that if you put your tissue paper, like put a little line of tape on the tissue paper on a piece of paper, and then that feeds through the printer so that it goes together instead of just the tissue, the fragile tissue all by itself, that sometimes that works. But I don't know how she does it. And then Sarah's asking me if I ever watch Mitts. You know what? I don't think I have. Mitts IB. If you put a link in there, Sarah, it would be easier for me to go and check that out after the stream. I would like to go see it. So put a link in there. So yeah, okay. So I think I'm caught up on yes, that's how you do it. Yeah. So for tissue paper, if you want to print, you know, she says that she does classic paintings on tissue paper, then she can add them to her work. But you just get a nice size tissue paper. You know, you probably need to cut it, not try to tear it like I did. And just get a piece of typing paper and just put it on the typing paper and just a line of tape just to keep that tissue paper onto the paper, and put that line of tape right where the printer feeds the paper so that it will grab the tissue, and then as the printer prints, it'll print right there on the tissue paper, and then you've got some wonderful, oh, I like you've got wonderful images to use in your artwork. I love using tissue paper, and I love these colors together. Now that I'm seeing this, I love that. I'm sorry that you know what, I like it so much, I am going to add it here as well. I really like the way that looks. I don't know why I do, but I love the way that the colors look together. Like that a lot, a lot, a lot. So add some tissue paper. You can add tissue paper and kind of crinkle it a little bit. Let's crinkle this one. And that adds texture to things too, which makes wonderful backgrounds. Here, I'll put it over here on top of this other one. It makes really fun backgrounds when you've got a little bit of crinkle texture. But I love adding a little bit of tissue paper, a little bit of pattern with some tissue paper in my books, and I just wanted to share that with you. I am making kind of a list of things that I am doing this book, so don't tweet me. Can't you put the link right here in chat? The links are open. You should be able to put the link in chat, Sarah. And then I can go. Okay, so I described how Mrs. Plum does her printing on. I've heard it done. I've heard it, and I've wanted to do it, and I know the concept, and I've wanted to try to do it. I've just never done it. I have not had the chance to do it yet. So I do have a list going for those people that are interested. That adding tissue paper to your book is number 15. So I am making a list. Hopefully I could get the list printed out somewhere so that, okay, I've got stickiness here, so that other people can do the list as well if they are so inclined. I'm just going to layer tissue paper on top of tissue paper here. Just because a lot of beginners, you don't know where to start. It gets a little overwhelming. You want to try this and that and the other thing, and then you've got this whole list of things that you want to try, and then you're overwhelmed and don't know where to start. This is my suggestion, and I overwhelm myself with too much as well. These are all notes of things that I want to try and experiment with and to do. When I sit down, I'm overwhelmed with, oh, I want to try that and this and that, and this is my suggestion. Pick one thing only to try. It's okay, Sarah. I'll go back and I'll find it. It'll be perfect. Just as long as it's there, I can get to it. Thank you. Just try one thing. Get one thing out of your list or one idea that you want to do, and work on that until you're done. You feel like you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish with that. You figured out what you wanted to figure out, and then pick something else if you've got more time. Don't overwhelm yourself with 15 things you want to try this next hour. Pick one. Do that to your heart's content, and then go on to something else. And it is a lot less pressure. It's a lot more fun. It's less overwhelming. Is that a word? Less overwhelming? Is that proper? Probably not. So this is number 15. Add tissue paper or dress patterns, that kind of stuff. My number 16 is, and I've wanted to do this for a long time, I'm just going to use, should I use a pen? I'm going to use a ballpoint pen. I'm going to trace my hand. Remember when we used to do this as kids? And I'm just going to do it right here. Right here over all this other stuff. Remember when we used to trace our hands and then do something funny with the hands? Remember that? Uh-oh, my thumb is going to be out in La La Land. Redoing the thumb a little bit. Yay! And then I can put some funny fingernails on them. And I can do some writing in there. Don't know what to write about. I could do the scribble writing. Or I can do words. You play. And create. And inspire. Inspire. Of course, I'm not going to figure out how to spell these. I'm the worst speller on the planet. Experiment. And for me, relax. I'm having issues and it's hard for me to relax. So I like these polka dots. I like these polka dots a lot. So it's just a place to play and have some fun. So make a hand, right in the hand. I smeared the ink all over the place. Smeared it. This is the place to be ugly and to teach yourself not to do things like that. If you do stuff like that in your art journal, then you get all discouraged and stuff, right? Janice, how are you? How are you? Did I say hello, Mitz? I think I did. So now I've got my smeared hand. You see how I smeared it all? So I might as well just really, really smear it. So that is number 16. Scribble over it. You can do Zen doodles, or you can color it with crayons, or you know what I don't use enough? I've got a bunch of bins of these. Which one? I don't remember which ones these are. I don't have a purple one. I want a purple one. I want a purple one. Recollections has a purple one. I don't want a dark purple though. I guess I'm going to do gold. I'm going to do gold. Let me put my pen back. And I'm just going to color in this hand a little bit and smear it a little bit. Get the crayons out and color with the kids. You can do that with the kids. I'm really smearing it now. I don't use my color sticks and watercolor crayons enough, and so that's what I'm trying to get myself to do, is to use stuff and have fun with it and learn how to use it too. A lot of the stuff I've had and never use. So actually, I think the tips of those fingers need to be colored a little bit too. There we go. I feel better now. All right. All right. Oh, so now I've got a gold hand. Got a gold hand. What are these pens? These pens are Recollections. I got them at Michael's. Where did I get these? What section are they in? Eileen probably would know. These are the Recollections. They are water-soluble. But these have a little shimmer to them, and they're really pretty. They're really nice to use. Let me put blue. Let me put a little bit of this light blue here so you can see it. They smear. Of course, I've got gold on my hand. They smear like watercolor crayons. You can add a little bit of color or water to them. See if I've got a brush. Add a little bit of water. Just a little bit. And they smear. You can also use them right off the stick. I think I got too much water on it. And kind of use them like watercolors. I like them to add color to stuff. And I've got quite a few different kinds. I've got, these Recollections are really pretty because they do have the shimmer to them. I've got the Crayola, what are these called? Slicks, yeah. These are the slicks, are these, yeah. These are the Crayola Twistables Slick Sticks. These are water soluble too, aren't they, Sarah? These are Crayolas. Crayola. Yay, Crayola. And I think they are water soluble as well. Yeah. Yeah. So they do kind of the same thing. Here's one of our oops, I just ruined that napkin. Let's find that. Let's find. Here I am just messing up this page here. Let's find, oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's add some green to these trees. Color in the trees. And we'll make that tree big since I cut him off. And color these guys. And add a little bit of water. I don't know if it'll work because these are magazine pages, so they're a little slick. Add a little water. Make them look watercolored. See, I'm making up words again. Make them look kind of watercolory and kind of cool. I probably should be using a smaller brush. Oh well. But there we've got some green trees. So yes, the color sticks are water soluble as well. I have got a ton of these kinds of things. I don't know where I got these. These are Faber-Castells, Creativity for Kids, and I don't know where I got these, but I think they are water soluble as well. I don't think I've used those yet. I also have gelatos and watercolor crayons and portfolios, all kind of the same, water soluble, kind of different. So you could color in stuff with these and smoosh them in and have a lot of fun. Color shopping bags. Anyway, and I got these at Barnes & Noble watercolor crayon set. I've got a ton of different ones. I also have the distress crayons. Are they called distress crayons? Like I said, I got a ton of stuff. I never use it, so that's kind of what I want to do with this book, is start getting my stuff out and playing with it and having fun. So I think this was on my list today to do, but not necessarily getting out the watercolor crayons. My list is kind of going by the wayside at this point. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all right. And I like watercolor because I can turn the page and not worry about anything sticking like it would with acrylics. That's just me. I like using inks and watercolors in different ways. I've got the watercolor pans as well. You know, the cheap watercolor. These are the Target brand. I've never used that one, but I've got the Prang. This one's glitter, and I also have here it is. This is my favorite. The Prang metallic watercolors. I love these. Love them a lot. I got tissue paper stuck in that one. Isn't that funny? I got tissue paper stuck in that. It was all wet, and its piece of tissue paper it's embedded. It no longer comes out. Oh well. I wasn't planning on using these, but I like the way these look. Just to add a little color to something. And they're shimmery and pretty, and I love them. I love them a lot. I usually spray them when I'm going to be using them and then use them that way, but I hadn't planned on using those. But anyway, I love these. Love them. Yeah, I am. I've got too much stuff, and I am on a no buy at the moment. After moving all the stuff that I did move, I need to use this stuff up. I'm kind of planning on moving again in a year, and I'm not moving all the amounts of stuff that I did this time. So that's my goal. Do not buy anything. Use this stuff up. Figure out what you like and what you don't like. So anyway, I kind of wanted to add an image, and I do have some images here. Yeah, the praying metallics are fabulous. I found mine at Office Depot, and every Office Depot that I have been in has the metallic praying watercolors in the kids section where you find the crayons and stuff. They have them there. Every single one of them in the 3 states that I have looked, they have been there. So just saying, they are really kind of easy to find. I've got some images out here that I kind of wanted to glue in, but maybe I should wait to do that. Another thing, before I turn that page, I've already turned the page. Another thing to do when you've got images, magazine images, where was that? Where was that? It's gone now. Wow, it really is gone. There it is. Another thing is get out those cheap markers that we've all got. And do we ever use? I never use my markers. Why is that? I have no idea. But you can color in your book with the markers. I end up getting all these things. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree in some stencil thingy-majiggies, some little stencil kits. And then I get them out, and they're already dried up. So I never even get a chance to use them. So let's use our stuff. That's what I suggest. Let's use our stuff however we want. It doesn't matter. There are no rules. No rules at all. Be sloppy, be messy, be quick. I think I do need to slow down a little bit with some of the stuff. Just some of the stuff. Doodle. Okay, now that's doesn't want to doodle on top of the magazine. It doesn't want to doodle on the magazine. Make another tree. Make more trees. That was fun. I like that. That was kind of cool. Trees and my park, my green park here. So use all your pens. We have all these pens, we have these color pencils, we have all that stuff. Give ourselves permission to use this stuff so we can buy more later. So I want to add this napkin somewhere. I kind of want to add it onto a page that's got some other stuff on it. Oh, that might be cool. And I got these at the Dollar Tree. Aren't they pretty? The thing about napkins is you need to take off all the layers. Sometimes there's 2 and sometimes there's 3. So here is one layer, and sometimes it's easier if you take a piece of tape. It'll grab the layer and pull it off. I don't seem to have any trouble getting them off, so there's that. Let's see if there's another layer on here. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's only a 2-layer napkin. I bet the package would say. Package say? Doesn't say. Yeah, 2-ply napkins. So 2-ply. That was only 1 layer. And I only want to use 1/4 of this, so I'm going to cut it. And napkins are very, very, very fragile when they get wet. So I don't suggest putting any glue or anything on napkins. You can use double-sided tape, but you'll probably feel the tape through the napkin. Most people use a gloss medium or a matte medium to do it, and I am going to use a little bit of matte medium. Just a little bit. I'll probably have to dry this. And I'm just going to put the napkin there. Be really careful because, like I said, it's very, very fragile when it gets a little wet. And I am just going to put some, I'm using gloss medium because I'm trying to use it up. I'm almost done with it. And I'm going to put some over the edges and over the top. And I put pink on it. So I think I used watercolor on this, so my watercolor smeared. But that's what I'm going to do because I like the look of that. And I need to put some, where is my wax paper? I don't have any wax paper. I got my stamping tin magazine yesterday, so I'm just going to put this piece of plastic in here just so it doesn't stick to the other page. And then I'm going to go someplace else. Okay, so add your napkins, play around with your napkins. You have 2 boxes of portfolios. I found that my markers also worked after seven years. I was very surprised. I was thinking I was going to throw them all away, and I was testing them, and they were working like crazy. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on the markers. I really liked this picture, and there was something else I wanted to try. I talked about little kids drawing houses. I don't remember and I love these words. Other worlds do exist. I probably should put that in this book somewhere. And that's all I want to save there. I should glue that in. Other worlds do exist. I like that. I'm going to save that. But I wanted to put this in the book. I was talking about how kids make those wonderful houses. Almost every child I've ever known likes to draw houses because they're easy. And I thought it would be fun to get your children to draw houses in your book. But I think I'm going to put that in there. And then I am going to draw a kid's house. I'm going to be a kid again. Is that possible? Wouldn't that be great? I like this idea. I want to be a kid again. So I'm going to put this in here, right there. And I'm using my little piece of t-shirt so that I get all the air bubbles out from underneath this. Reduce the bulk of the pages just a little bit. And I pulled out some painted papers and some stuff so that I could make a house. I want to make a house. I want to make a big house. I'm going to make a house out of this. That's a huge house. Why not? Why not make a huge house? Let me make a small house first. See, I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. All over the place. Alright, so I'm going to make a small house first. That's going to be my house. I'm going to put the house right somewhere over here. And then, uh-oh, I lost my house. I lost it. I lost my house. And then I'm going to put a roof on it. And it's going to be a crooked roof. I see that now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a house. Let's see here. Let's get some glue on there. And I kind of wanted to make the house in the landscape of something else. That's why I'm trying to make a small house. Trying to. And then use my, I guess I should use my markers. Let's see. Blue, let's use green and make the windows. And the door. And the chimney. See, I'm having way too much fun here. I'm going to outline the roof. And I'm going to make a sun. Will that show up? Probably not. Do a spiral. And then sunshines. I am such a big kid. Such a big kid. Let's see if I can do this upside down. Okay, I can't do it upside down. I'm going to move my book around so it looks like a normal thingy. There we go. See, I can do it that way, but I can't do it the other way. Isn't that funny? Make a sun. I should put a happy face on the sun. See, this kind of play does not have to be serious. Doesn't have to be neat and tidy. It doesn't have to be anything. Anything goes. Uh-oh, my last thingy is a little small. There we go. That one needs to be a little bigger. That one too. Anything goes. I should add a tree. Hi, Anne. I don't know if I've seen your name. So if you're new, Thanks for being here and playing with us. I should add a tree too. Wow. Let's see, what kind of tree should I add? I should add a tree. Do I have a green piece of paper? I want to make a circle. Do I have something? Use a book page. So I was told I need to add a tree too. So I'm going to make a big old circle tree. There's a pencil. Book page. Add a book page. I am going to... Oh, well, thank you, Anne. So glad you could stop by and have some fun with us. So, here's the circle. I probably should have made the circle a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. And you know what? I think I am going to use some of my color sticks and color this on a different page. Color it green. Go off the edges and make circles on this page here. Make it green. And maybe use a marker to put some texture in it, but it doesn't want to mark on that stuff. Oh well. Oh well. We tried. It didn't work. Does my marker work? Yeah. Alright, so go back to my tree. Where does the tree go? Where did my house go? There's this. There it is. Alright. So we'll add a tree. We're going to circle, a different kind of circle tree this time. Oops. Glue the tree. And draw the trunk. Is that what a tree looks like? I don't know how to draw a tree. That's probably why I do all these circle trees. And my marker doesn't really want to work anymore. Oh well. Probably should have been brown anyway. Oh, you're on vacation, so you get to come and watch live. That is wonderful. Vacations are always wonderful anyway. There we go. So there's a tree. The flowers. Except they don't really show up. I don't usually do flowers. They really don't show up on the magazine page. And we'll do another flower over here. And put some stems on them. There we go. So there I am, a kid again. Yeah, these weren't very good anyway. They were from the Dollar Tree. And it is hot in this room. It's not quite as hot in this room as it was in Alabama. I am in the middle room this time. So, and there's plenty of trees around here that gives us a lot of shade. So it's not quite as bad as it was over there. Like this house thing. So I'm just going to make another house. I want to make another house. Why not? I don't have a background for this house, but oh well. I'm just gonna make a house. Let's see. Can we do that for this, for the roof? We need to make it a pretty big roof. This has got to be a 2-story or 3-story house because it's really tall. Right? And I'm going to use, my fingers are all full of stuff. I'm going to use a pen this time because the markers are not happy. And I'm going to add a chimney and windows and a door. And another window here. Just like that. Does anybody ever put shingles on their houses? Shingles takes forever. My shingles are getting bigger, so it won't take so long. I started with little tiny shingles and I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Oops. And I'm not really matching up where I'm supposed to. It's kind of hard when you're not right over something when you're working on something. I don't want to get in the way of the camera. So I'm kind of off a little bit. There. There. That's my house. Oh. So, yes, this is the place to play. And it would be fun to do something like this with kids. They get them their own little book. They could do whatever they wanted to in it, and you guys can work together and have some fun during a rainy day. So last week I had my crayons out, and I did we do the crayon rubbings? Let's do some rubbings. I've got some book pages out here to do some rubbings with. And I got some of the book glue there that I really don't need. Actually, I could probably do rubbings right with this paper. It's thin enough. So where are my crayons? I've got a couple of those too. And I pulled out some of my favorite things to do rubbings with. My favorite rubbing is my flip-flop. Love the flip-flop rubbings. So, yep, it's a flip-flop. It's the bottom of a flip-flop. I love it. And I will do it in blue. But all we gotta do is rub, oops, against the shoe. Get a great pattern. I love this pattern. And I'm going to do some on this side too. Can you see the pattern? Not really. I'll hold it up. Just a second. Okay, I want to get in the center of this book. Having some difficulties here. Here we go. So can you see? It's got a pattern to it. It's a light pattern. Let me use a little bit of green to add some different color. And you know what I should have done when I was investigating all those foam shapes that I bought the other day? I should have done it in this book. And some green on this side. What I like about crayon rubbings is crayons are wax and they create a resist. If you do light colors of a rubbing, you can brush dark colors over. And let me get out some watercolor. And I'm going to use, what color should I use? I'm going to use orange actually. A little bit of orange watercolor. Of course, you can do it with the pans too. And I'm going to add, I'm going to spritz a little bit of water to make it really runny. And if I go over this, the crayon is resisting all the watercolor, so you can still see the pattern underneath. And where I didn't do any rubbing, you can see where it just soaks into the paper. And you see that? I should have done more contrasting colors, but see right in there, it's all into the paper because there's no wax. But right in here, there's wax. So the watercolor does not get to the paper there, and it gives you a nice little pattern. I want some more. Oops, that's way too much. I didn't want that much. Because I want some color on the other side too. Maybe a little bit more water. Got kitty cat hair in it. You can see where it's beading up on the wax. Can you see that? It's better on this side. I think I got it just a little bit more wax on this. But you can see where the watercolor beads up on the wax and it soaks into the paper where there's no wax. So it makes quite an interesting little background design. For other stuff. Of course, I'm just going to smooch it all on here and all that good stuff. Just for some color. Some background. Uh-oh, I'm getting it everywhere. I should have used a bigger brush just to get some color on here. And I don't see one handy. I've got some on the bottom of my plate here. I guess I should have, or I could have. I'm going to clean up the rest of that. Just a piece of book page. so I don't waste any color. Get all the color I possibly can. Just a little bit there. Yeah, the other thing you can do is just put the color directly. I'll use a pink. Directly. That was way too much. I'm going to put some of that over here. Glob it in other places. And then spritz it. Of course, this paper is not going to take much. And just spread it around that way. This paper is so thin it won't take very much water, so it will buckle a lot. But that's okay, because I'm the only one going to see it. I really like the way that turned out right up there. I got quite a bit of wax in that area up there, and I love the way that turned out. I like it. I do. See if we can get some of that water up. So it will dry eventually. I've got quite a bit of color on my page here. All right, so crayon rubbings and a house. It would be fun to do. This is my fly swatter that I got at the Dollar Tree. Hi, Dorothy. Do another rubbing with my fly swatter. See how that one works. I love doing experiments. Let's see, what color should we use this time? Let's use this funny pinky something color. Ooh, like it. I'm going to do it on the other side too. Oh yeah. What other colors? Let's do orange with that. I just did orange and pinks and stuff. Oh well. Oh well. I'm going to put it sideways. Put it over here. Up here. I like to go around the house and find things that have that are raised or have a pattern on them. Dishes often have patterns on them. Let me pick a different color. Let's see. This peachy color would be interesting. And do rubbings on that kind of stuff. I love going through my closet with my shoes and seeing what kind of treads all my shoes have. Kids have very interesting treads. Check the kids' shoes because they have all kinds of polka dots and fun stuff. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use some bubble wrap. And what color? These are the colors I'm trying to use up. How about some of this? Maybe some black. Maybe black would be interesting. I am going to put some black on my plate. Uh-oh, that's acrylic paint. I didn't realize that was acrylic. Oops. Same thing though. I'm going to put some water with it. Thin it down. And I do need a larger brush. I think I've got one in this drawer over here somewhere. I swear I did. Where did all my big brushes go? There's one. Here's one. I think I need some more water with that. And I'm going to brush on my bubble wrap and print the bubble wrap on the page. Because I like me some circles. I do like a little bit of circles. I did get quite a bit of paint on there. Use it all up. So hopefully that will dry and not stick my pages together. I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to wipe that off. Bubble wrap. I love bubble wrap. Now I need to add some more stuff to this. I need to dry the acrylic paint. So it doesn't smear, because I kind of like the way that looks. Circles, yes, I like my circles. How much time do I have here? I'm running out of time, and I have lots more stuff to do. I have lots more stuff I want to try. Let's see here. Do this pink, red. I don't even know what color this is. Do a wash. A wash with that. My water is very black now. Very, very black. See if we can get some of that blackness off this brush. Put some water with the paint. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like how it's beating up where all that wax is. You can really see it on this one. You see how the wax is resisting all that paint? That's the way to do it. All that color on there. What an interesting background that has turned out to be. Of course, I'd have to let it dry before I can do anything with it, but I do like it. I like that one a lot. My plate is all dirty now. All right, what else is on my list to do today? I don't know. I guess I did a whole bunch of stuff. Another thing that I really wanted to do, and I did pull out some pages. Where did I put them? Down here. I have a bunch of images I do want to glue in, but I'll leave that for just a second. I have some magazine images. I finally found a square punch, a 1-inch square punch, and I found it at Hobby Lobby. Haven't even opened it yet, so I haven't had a chance to play with it. I do like making inchies, and I thought it would be kind of fun to find some either color or magazine images or whatever to make some. Actually, let me do it backwards so I can see. I can't see. All right, how does this work? How does this work? Uh-oh. It's not a punch. What is this? What is this? Help me out, people. Yeah, that's a big fly swatter. It was huge. It's probably for bees and stuff. How does this work? Because it's not like a punch. Locks for storage. Okay, so what do I have to do? Okay. Read the instructions, Carla. Slide the lock. Oh dear. Slide the lock towards center of punch to unlock. Oh, okay. This makes more sense. All right. Push down punch and slide away to lock. That's interesting. I can get paper in there now. All right. It helps to read the instructions, Carla. So I thought it would be kind of neat to make some color inchies. Thank you, Anne. It's been fun for me, yes, here lately. So I've been kind of collecting some images that I want to make inchies out of, and I've kind of been collecting little bits of color, so I thought it would be kind of neat to make some abstract colored inchies. Just to play around with. I want that purple right there. How do I get to it? That one wasn't a full square. Oh well. But that's all I saved that for. Oh, I gotta save the maraca pepper image here. Because he needs to be saved. He's interesting. So I'm throwing the rest of that away. And let me just cut off the green while I'm here. You probably have to go on this page, huh? Hi, Shelley. Can you tell I had never bought this kind of punch before? I didn't know that there were punches that locked. Had no idea. So I just found a bunch of stuff that some interesting textures and colors and things I thought would be neat as some abstract inchies. Purple. Need to get to that other bit of purple because that's really cool. Okay, let me get over there. Thank you. Yeah, I like making inchies. I have a whole little thing of inchies. I've got a lot of my old family relative pictures as inchies. Look at that. I could not have planned that. I just love that. I think that is too cool. For words. Can you see it? I love that. A locking punch would be a great idea if you've got kids who want to punch their storybooks. Yes. That's very, yeah, I could hardly figure it out. My new place is good. It's good. It's not fabulous. It's not fantastic, but it's good. It's good enough for now, and I'm happy to be in Florida, so it's nice. And it's interesting that she's wearing pink because I think I'm just going to put her right on there. If my page is dry enough, I am just going to glue her right on the page and put some of these inchies around her. I think she is spectacular. I just love her. Is it dry enough? Well, I'm just going to glue her anyway. And if I have to re-glue her, then I have to re-glue her. But she wants to live here. You never know what you're going to find or what you're going to do in the Anything Goes book. Anything and everything goes. I want to put her right there. You're in Melbourne? Where is that? I don't know if I know where that is. Seems to be sticking. Oh, isn't she? She looks a little sad. But she's pink. I like that. So, I could add some more of these little inchies. I need some more pink inchies. Do I have any more pink papers? Blue. Green, not really any pink. Oh well, I'll find some later. I will find some more later. Making inchies is a lot of fun. Here's a little bit of, okay, so how do I lock this again? Put it together and slide it locked. How interesting is that? Who knew? I certainly didn't. Very cool. I have this, I don't know what it is. Deli paper. It's kind of waxy, so I'm thinking it's deli paper. Hi, Mildred. Ustream wouldn't let you chat. They have changed something with Ustream here in the last week or so, and I had some trouble getting to chat myself. It took me 20 minutes to fix my problem. So they're changing stuff. I have no control over that. Now I'm safe. But I'm thinking I need to put this bit of embossed glitter stuff on this page as well. I don't know, it might need to be pink though. Maybe if I cut around it, it won't be so distracting to me. But I like pink, the pink glitters. Anything goes, so I'm gluing it in. And I should glue a couple of these little inchies, these pink inchies. There's there's her eye. Oh, now I'm wondering if I shouldn't put her eye somewhere else. Hmm. That's funny. That makes her look funny. Do I like that? I don't know. It makes her look too funny. I should put her eye over here somewhere. Or down there. I'm going to put it down there. I don't want her to look really kind of creepy looking. I've got glue on my fingers now because I went to put glue on that and saw it in the nick of time. So we have a funny. It's been a while, Mildred. I haven't seen you. You did get the postcard. That's fabulous. So glad you did get that postcard. Should we put other worlds do exist here so I don't lose it? And we can probably use a little bit of pink. Do I have a pink? Yes. Just to blend that in just a little bit. So it doesn't look so stark and white, and it looks like it belongs there. There. I like it. I do. Other worlds do exist. I don't usually work so much on one page, but did you like the videos and the pictures of the studio? Thank you. It was quite a challenge to get all this stuff in one little space. It's just a room. It's just a room. We can get all fancy and call it a studio, but it's where this is where I work. It's just a room in an apartment. It's not anything fancy. I did pull out, I've got, where are my big boxes of stuff? My favorite thing about being back in Florida, my major thing about being back in Florida is, how do I say it? The people. I lived in Miami for 15 years, maybe not quite, maybe it's 13. And then I lived in Tampa, in the Tampa area for 5 years. And one thing that I find about people in Florida, they tend to, palm trees, that's one of my favorites, yes. I love palm trees. People tend to be a little different, but no one even looks at you twice if you're doing something odd or whatever. You know, people, you know, keep to themselves and do their own thing. I like to go grocery shopping or whatever I'm doing and kind of blend into the background and not really be too obvious about what I'm doing, or just get my stuff done and whatever. I'm not from the South, and I am not accustomed to all the friendliness. There's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with being friendly to strangers and stuff like that. I'm just not used to that. And um, so while was in Alabama, I mean, I would go shopping. I went into the bank one day, and every single teller and the manager that was standing way over on the other side of the room, and two people that were sitting at their desks, all of them are screaming, "Welcome, welcome, welcome." It startled me. It makes me uncomfortable. I just want to go in the bank, do my business, and leave the bank. I don't necessarily want to. I'm horrible. I know. I'm horrible. I don't necessarily want to strike up conversations with people, and I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to be noticed is my thing, and I found that just really really odd. And I'm back in Florida now, where people just let me be and ignore me and. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being that friendly. I'm just not used to it. I'm just used to going about my business, and I'm pretty quick at doing stuff, and I just go run in, do it fast, and run back out. I don't have time for chit chat. So that's my favorite thing is people, people doing their own thing and not caring about what I'm doing. I love the palm trees. Um, It is in the South, but it's not in the South. Yes, Florida is one of those in the South, but not in the South kind of places. Um, I Florida is one of those places that is like no other place. It is in the South, but it's not really. It's not South in the mindsets of people. Um, I don't know. It is truly different. It's got all the snowbirds and all that good stuff. I love Florida. The palm trees are wonderful. Um, Not having to pull out blankets in the winter, I'm gonna like that. Except I do kind of like snuggling with blankets and wearing sweaters and stuff like that. Anyway, so one of the last things I wanted to show and play with is I do keep boxes and boxes of letters. I do keep a lot of numbers as well to use in collages and stuff. I've got tons and tons of letters in here. I've got tons of letters, smaller letters in here. And I've got some words in here. I've got another container over there that's got words in it, little words of play and explore and all that good stuff. And the reason I save letters mostly and I hardly ever do it. I've got all these letters and I never ever do it, is to use the letters to spell out words and phrases and stuff like that. And I did pull out earlier, let me get a background here. I didn't do as much in here as I kind of hoped to do. Uh-oh. It's gonna stick. It's kind of dry now. I was going to use some of these letters. I did pull out what I thought was enough, and I didn't really check to make sure. I want to tell myself to relax and play. Do I have an R? Yes, here's an R. And I'm just going to spell that out with random letters, kind of like a ransom note. R. Here's the X for relax. Everyone is on vacation. I have said that about Florida. When I was living in Miami, especially, and when I was working, you know, it does feel like everyone has the illusion, relax, of being on vacation all the time. It is a more laid back, easygoing atmosphere. People don't really care what you're doing. I need an L. So I can get by with not having too much attention on myself. And I don't like having too much attention on myself. You can't be in a hurry in Hawaii. I need an A. But that's what one of the things I like is that carefree. I'm on vacation, even when you're not. You're late for work. You're still kind of taking your time, or some people do. But it's a vacation atmosphere. Even though you live here, relax. And let's see if I can find an A. Here's a P. I like that P. I need another A. Relax, and I want it to be a little bit bigger. I think those are too small. But yes, it is more of a relaxed atmosphere, and I think that's my favorite part about Florida is it is relaxed. And I, for one, kind of panic myself a little bit too much, and I need to learn how to relax, and I need an N. Uh-oh, I'm going to have to look. Here's an N. I don't think I have a D. Here's one right there. I see one. I see one. And do I use that one or that one? I'll use this one. No, I'll use the bigger one so it looks right. And I need another L. Oh, I was going to use that P. I can use that A though. Let me cut it out this way so I can get to it without cutting up the other letters. My tummy's starting to growl. Did you guys hear that? I think I'm hungry. I need an L and a Y. Here's an L. Hey, Bojo. I remember you said what your name was, and now I have forgotten. I'm horrible at remembering. I have a Y somewhere. Relax and play. Where is the Y? I swore I got a Y. That's a big L. Maybe I should use that L. That's kind of an interesting L. That's a huge L. Where's my Y? I don't see one now. I swear I had one. I don't see one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotta find a Y. Why a Y? Didn't I find a Y? Let's see here. There's a Y. A nice big one. Play, and I'm going to put these other letters back in here so I can pull them out another time. So you like my studio, Shelley? My room? Yeah, I do like my space. I am not going to say that it turned out good, and I'm still trying to get used to everything being in a smaller space and trying to be able to find everything. It's not exactly where it was before, so I'm having a little bit of trouble, but I will get used to it. But I like it, even though it is smaller. It's workable, and as soon as I have some more time to be able to do stuff, that would be really, really nice. I will enjoy working in here for sure. For sure. So I'm just going to put my letters together. Now that I found them all. Relax. Okay, I didn't have to turn them over so that I can't see them. I'm making it messy and not in I don't want it straight. I want it to be playful and silly. Silly. I don't want it to be serious. I think it needs to go up that way. I don't want it to be serious. I want to have some fun. And you call it talk story. I'm trying to read the chat a little bit. In Hawaii, they call it talk story. And you can't be in a hurry because everybody wants to talk to you. That's funny. I am in Lakeland, And there are a ton of lakes around everywhere. There is one lake that is right off downtown that's got tons and tons of swans in it. Lakeland is known for swans. They've had swans here forever, and there are swan statues on everywhere. And it's their theme, really. There's swans everywhere, drawn and real ones and all that stuff. And Lakeland is kind of halfway between. I want to put this big old L on there. Lakeland is halfway between Orlando and Tampa, so it's way in the middle, and it's kind of hotter than I remember Florida being because there's no ocean breeze. But it's Florida, so what you gonna do? And it's expensive. And play. That's the only bad thing about Florida is cost of living has gone way, way up. Way, way, way up. Anyway. You want a lake? Uh-oh, I got an L. I need to put that in my box so I can use it later. So that's what I call the ransom note words. Spelling stuff out with interesting letters. And I don't do that enough either, so no, I don't have any family here. My family does not like Florida. So, well, not all of them, anyway. I came to Miami for just a visit, and I loved it so much I never left. So, I bet Hawaii is like really, really expensive. I think, and California, I bet, is really expensive too. I bet Hawaii is the most expensive state to live in. California, Alaska, and Florida, probably New York. Well, New York City for sure would be, those are pretty expensive places too. So I've just got a couple more minutes. And so just to have some stuff in here, I kind of wanted to just glue some stuff in so that I have stuff at a later date to play with. I have some images here that I thought would be kind of interesting to put in and mess around with later. Oh, well, here's a cool little house that would be cool with relax and play. No, I came to Miami and just loved it and just never left. And all my family thinks well, most of my family think I'm a crazy person because who wants to live in Florida? But it just was the place that made me happy for some reason. I don't even know why, but I just love being in Florida. So here I am. I think it's the people, just the feeling like it's the relaxed atmosphere. I think that's what it is. And no matter where I go in Florida, it's the same kind of relaxed atmosphere. It's what I need because I stress myself too much. Oh, I'll just go to a different apartment or something. It'll be somewhere near. I'm not real thrilled with this apartment complex. It took me 3 weeks to get mailbox keys. 3 weeks. I just got them yesterday. Today is 3 weeks. Um, it, so just not too real happy with the complex. So I don't know. Haven't really decided a whole lot of where and what and stuff. But not liking it a whole lot at this point. We might learn to like it, you know, who knows. But at this right now, it's, I don't know. It's just a little strange. A little ghetto. Just a little. So I kind of like this door with all these blue words. So I'm thinking I'm just going to throw it in here somewhere. Throw it in. I have thought about Miami, but it is crazy expensive, and that's another really expensive place to live. I would love to go back to Miami. I just don't see it as an option at the moment, but you never know for the future. I always keep it in my head that maybe one day, but it is really expensive there. I mean, you think Florida is expensive, Miami is really expensive. So I like the door. What else can I just throw in here for the time being? I like this little balcony out of focus balcony window kind of thing. I am much happier here in Florida. So I mean, I'm perfectly happy to be in Florida. That's fine with me. It's a great place. It makes my heart sing. It makes me happy. So even though it's not Miami, it's still Florida, and it's still wonderful. I do like such a thing. Oh, here's a tree. We need to put a tree in. Well, that's an interesting, funny tree. I don't want all this white on it, though. So I'm just gluing in some images to use later, or for inspiration, or just to add stuff. Just to add and have something in here. You wish you were by a lake. The only thing I don't like about all the lakes everywhere, the mosquitoes are thick. They are terribly, they're everywhere. You open the front door and a swarm of mosquitoes comes in when you're coming or going. I've never had a mosquito problem like I have here. So I probably will have to invest in some bug spray or itch myself all night long with all the bites every time I come and go. They get on your clothes and they come in with you, and then they just bug you all until you find them and kill them. Yes. Oh, and I did love this. Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to be busy or have to be near a lake. There are bad things about being near a lake. Well, in this case, I don't know how many lakes are around here, but it's got to be hundreds, if not thousands, of lakes in various sizes. Let's see. Let's chop off that. I want to make this small enough. I want the whole thing in here. I love these little guys. I've always loved those. Well, I don't know what you call them. They're the little guys that you put in position so that you can paint or sculpt people in a position and it looks right. What are those called? I like them. I have one. I like these guys. And a perfect balance too. It's kind of cool. So I just want to put it in here for, and having it straight would be really nice. I just want to put it in here for, because I like it. Not for anything in particular. I just like it. And some of this needs to come off. I just like it. You don't have a mosquito problem, but you'd love to swat some tourists. Well, Florida is not for you then, because there's a ton of tourists in Florida all the time. All the time. I did, when I was here before, I lived in Tampa, and we would come to Orlando. Okay, with sides up, with sides down. And there, between Tampa and Orlando, was these Airstream trailers. They're the old-fashioned trailers that you'd go on vacation in. There was a whole bunch of them, and I've got some glue on this page. There was a whole bunch of them. There was like 5 or 6 that were buried in the ground, but they were head first. So the cab was not there, but the rest of it was poking out of the ground. And it was a little arc of them. I think there were 6. And they were really cool. They were right off of I-4. And you'd drive by, and if you weren't looking in that direction, you'd miss them, because they were just right by the road, and they were kind of hard to spot if you didn't know that they were coming. So I always enjoyed looking at those when I would pass on I-4. And we went in to see some friends. Uh-oh, there's some more letters. In Tampa. And they're missing. They took them down. I was so upset. I loved looking at those. It's a good thing. Right before I left, I think I made a little movie. And I'm going to have to settle with having the little movie. I think I put it on Instagram. At least I made a little movie of driving by them the last time I did, because I'll never see them again. I can't believe they pulled them down. They were so cool. Oh well. So my time is up. Someone, and it used to be Laura, and now it's Kathy. Kathy? Is it Kathy? Who is it that tries to come up behind me? I should have been asking this beforehand and forgot. I got involved in stories and stuff. Do we have someone that is streaming? Oh, I have to put in the trolls. This is from December. I've been hoarding this for a very long time. It's time I used it. The trolls need a page. We got to put the trolls in. I should probably put them on a background. Do I have one that's ready for trolls? So do we have someone that's coming on now? Someone let me know. I'm on a roll now, I can continue on. And my internet has not messed up, which is fabulous. I don't have the best internet in the world. And that has been a problem too. So where should we put the trolls? They need to go, that's all dry now, so I can take that plastic out of there. The trolls need a home. Ooh, yeah. You can put them right there. I like the trolls. Just keep going. Today is Taco Tuesday. Are you calling me a taco? Just keep going. I'm going to continue to glue some stuff in and play around and maybe put some more napkins in and who knows what else. Hi, Scrap Chick. Did I say hello to everyone? I've been going on and on and on about stuff, and I don't know if I'm on a roll, but it's been a while since I was able to do anything. Too many moving problems and other problems and glasses problems and computer problems and problems. Too much of that nonsense will make a person grumpy, that's for sure. Like this waterfall. Not that I want to do anything with it, but I just like it. I just want to look at it. So let's find a page. You love my stories. I love my complaining and my craziness. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Don't encourage me. Don't encourage me. Is that why you guys watch? Because I have weird stories? Very weird stories. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Oh, that's too long. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me cut this off. Right there, so I can get it all on the page. I like that waterfall. That's pretty. South Carolina. That would be interesting to see. I love all the little tiers of it. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Should go visit that. Oh, every Tuesday you have tacos. And the husband just tried to pop in and lure her away from the stream with tacos. I guess you're not having it, huh, Vicky? No tacos yet. I made taco salad last night. That's funny. Every Tuesday you have tacos? I love these pencils too. I love them. They are very cool. I should do a scheduled food kind of thing, but I think I would get bored of the same 7 things. I think I really would. Do I have anything on this side? That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I don't know why. So I have a list of, gosh, a lot of things that I rotate around. Okay, I wanted to get some stuff in the second half of this. Where's the middle? Here's the middle. So I wanted to get stuff in the second half somewhere. So it's easier to, it would be easier to not have to worry about what you're making on Tuesday. It's always tacos, or it would be easier. And then you don't have to come up with something. But I think I'd get bored of the same 7 things. Am I the only one that might get bored with something like that? I like these pencils. I would, yeah, I mean, every once in a while I want different stuff. Quite often I want different stuff. So pencils, what did I do with those inchies? Here's the inchies. Maybe I should scrape a little bit. Let me cover the glue so I don't. And put a little bit there and a little bit there. And all right, that just kind of washed away all the watercolor. That didn't work really well. It's all the color is on the baby wipe. Oh well. I want a little bit more color. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You didn't like Virginia? I think Virginia would be too cold for me in the winter. But there's so much to see. That would be cool. I like seeing stuff. A little bit of yellow on here too, I think. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use some of these gel sticks. What color? Use a little bit of this orange, and I can use the same baby wipe and kind of blend them in. I love the glitter. Can you see the shimmer on it? Let me pull it up so you can see. These are the Recollections from Michaels. I don't know what they call them. Color sticks. You see the shimmer? Not really. All you see is orange. They've got a shimmer to them, so they look, maybe you see it there. You kind of see it there, kind of. They've got a really wonderful shimmer to them. Really like them a lot. Really, really, really like them a lot. So, and then blend them in a little bit. They're not blending very well. So maybe I should use some more of a different color. Maybe some yellow. It's so pretty in person. The shimmer on these is just, really is spectacular. If you like the metallic-y, shimmery, glittery, it's not really glitter, it's more of a metallic shimmer. It's shimmery. So, I just love color, and especially that metallic-y kind of color. It's really nice. It's very nice. So, I guess I could also do some stenciling. Do I have any more images that I want to put in? Oh, I should put in a face. Yes, I should. As we know, I just can't help myself. I love to play with faces. Let's play with a face. Should I put it on this one? Yes. Let's put it on that one and just play with faces. Glue her in. Glued in. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here, and look forward to seeing you again. I'm just going to keep going for those people that love long recordings so that they have someone to art along with. And if you don't like the long recordings, then you probably don't watch my videos on YouTube. And you maybe probably just watch my videos as fast forwarded. I should probably just leave that the way it is. What should I do with the face? Do I have any more face parts? Do something with this face. Let's see here. I've got some other faces over here I was going to do something with. Let's see. Oh, this is really a cool eye. I don't like the white though, so I'm going to cut off the white. She's got a Y or a dangly in the way. And I am going to rip off that because it's doesn't part of the eye. It isn't part of the eye anyway, so that would have been funny if I had put it in an interesting place. I kind of like that. Do we have any other eyes to use? That's kind of cool too. Oh, I like that one a little bit better, I think. So let me go to a different page. Find an empty page. I need to cut this down a little bit so she will fit. Am I losing people? Have we been here too long? Is it time to go? I am getting hungry. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to trim that down just a little bit more on this side, I think. There we go. And then I need to cut off some of the bottom so it will fit. There we go. Now I am going to glue that on. Make a funny face. And let's see if I can get the air bubbles out from underneath it. It's such a large area. Bubbles seem to get trapped more often under large pieces of magazine that you're trying to glue on. And I got plenty of bubbles in this one. See if I can get them to escape a little bit. Not really. Oh well, it's wrinkly. Oh well. And then I'm going to put this eye on there because this is kind of a cool part of an eye. And I do need to rip off that little bit right there. And smush that down. I like her. Hi, Tambit. This is your first time here? Hello, Irina. It's Irena. Irena. Is that, am I saying it right? Irena from Belarus. Hello, hello. I'm past my time, guys. No one said somebody else was streaming though, so. Happy Ray. Hi. I have a lot of people just popping in or listening. 22 are still watching or listening, Linda says. And yeah. I like that. She's funny. She makes me laugh. Irina. Is that right? Irina. I have been streaming for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So my time is started 2.5 hours ago. That's my normal time. Shelly's still here. So I should just keep going, huh? I don't know whether I want to do anything to her. Do I want to draw on her? I kind of like her just the way she is for now. So I'm just going to go on to something else. What did I do with all my images? I lost them. They were here. Here they are. I should do some stenciling or something. What other images do I have to glue in? That is the question. Irina. How can I remember that? It's not a name that I've ever heard before. I kind of like that. Irina. Oh, I've got some hands. I should put that with my hand. And I kind of like that too. Let me glue that in somewhere. Oh, and I wanted to glue in the book people thingies that I found before. And let's see here. What else? What else? Let me just get all the stuff I want to glue in. I'll glue him in, and I'll glue that one in somewhere. And that. And that. Oh, and I have to glue in the moving girl. And she's interesting. And the monsters. I thought that was hilarious. It's got to go in the book. And that's kind of cool. And I wanted to put the T in there somewhere and that in there. Oh, and that. Uh-oh, I'm finding way too much now. How long will it take me to glue all of that in there somewhere? And I might as well glue that too. Find a place for all this stuff. Let's see here. What a challenge. First of all, I just love this picture, and I love the fact that she's got paint splattered on her. So she needs to go in here. She's got paint, has paint, needs to go in. And it's a great green, pink kind of thing going on here, so I'll put that in there. And I do kind of like the pink words. I can do that something with those. Put those back for now. All right. Okay, now I've got quite a list, quite a pile here of things to glue in. And where do I put my pile of stuff? And I do like this too. This probably needs to go on top of a background of some sort, because that is really kind of neat. I just like this image. Do I have an image that it would be, or a place that would be good? Uh-oh, I glued my pages together. I didn't do anything with that, did I? That's kind of cool. Should we put that right there? Let's put that right there. What time did I start? I start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is now 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I started 2.5 hours ago, and I should probably stop recording because it will only let me record on Ustream for about 3 hours. And it's probably going to kick me off and not let me save the recording. So I should probably stop recording. But I can stop and start a new recording. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. All right. So where is my girl that I just cut out? She needs a place to live. The focus, I am just working in this book. The focus is it's a anything goes book, and everything and anything, including the kitchen sink. I should probably find a kitchen sink so I can put that in here too. I am just gluing stuff in and having some fun. I am relaxing and playing. Bye, Dorothy. I am past my time, so I don't blame you if you have to go. I am just playing around in this book. It's not, I don't have a theme. I probably should have a theme, but I don't have a theme going. She kind of needs a background, I think. She kind of needs a background, so I might have to wait to put her in. So let's just put this one in, as I found a space. I'm working in the Anything Goes book. I'm trying to relax because I've been having some issues with stuff. And I saw a hand in here earlier. Maybe I was just seeing things. I probably was just seeing things. So let me just, I'm just throwing some things that catch my eye, that are kind of interesting to me. And I might do something with them later. And I might not. I want the green. I'm thinking the green might need to go together, but oh well. I will do that. I will be posting. I'm getting a post office box, and I will be posting that address as soon as I get it. So I haven't gotten it yet. Let me turn a page here. I haven't gotten it yet. So I will be posting that because a lot of people are asking for my address, and I will post it and be asking for getting back to Fibs, the Fibs book. We need more Fibs pages. So I will be getting that as soon as possible. That is one of my to-dos on Friday. Check about new glasses is another to-dos on Friday. I'm working without glasses because I did get new glasses, but then they redid the new glasses and they still didn't work. So I'm kind of dealing with that kind of stuff too. I'm dealing with just too much stuff. So it's fun just throwing stuff in. The Munsters. I remember watching this on TV, not the reruns. I remember when it was, yeah. I love the Munsters. Let's see, how much of this do I want on? How much is going to fit? I might just have to cut around this right here so it will fit. Yes, I would like to do some more pages in the Fibs book. And I will be doing some other stuffs. I have some plans in the works, and I'm sorry I have not been able to work out stuff yet. So many things have been going on that I've had to take care of, non-art related, just moving type, getting used to place and glasses and internet. My computer's broken. It just goes on and on and on. It seems like as soon as I fix one thing, 3 more things go wrong. It's exactly what's been happening. So I have not had a chance to do videos. My videos are not right. The sound is off. You hear what I'm doing, and then you see what I'm doing. So I need to figure out what's going on with that and get that all fixed up before I do more videos. And I don't know how I'm going to fix that. It'll probably take me a while. So I was hoping to get some new videos up this past week, and then found out that it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So I didn't do that, and then got sidetracked with other stuff that I had to take care of. I am planning a bunch of stuff. If I just had more time in a day, I might be able to get some of this stuff done. Oh, those are some wonderful letters. I'm going to have to save the letters or something else. The monsters. I feel like they need to go on a background. So let me stop the recording. So if you're watching the recording, thank you. I'm sorry it went on so long, but I just couldn't stop for some reason. So thanks for watching the recording, and I will not work in this book. I'm going to work on it on recordings only so you can see everything that goes on in this book. All my